Welcome, everybody. Welcome to The Real Discussion, featuring Rock Logic, Gary Fax, Rocky D, Robin, DOA, and our special engineer today, Chinks. Give yourself some claps. Yeah, that's good enough. Yes, we're in the house. We're doing a takeover show. I don't know how exciting that's going to be, but you're going to have to stick around and find out. We're going to talk about a couple topics that's relevant and some that are irrelevant babies. We're out here. The show's going to start in about 3 minutes, and it was a beautiful day. Just want to let you know, if you're outside, relax in the sun. If you're not, listen to the show, follow, share, subscribe. Facebook, The Real Discussion. Yes. YouTube, Global Media, The Real Discussion. Come on, people. Come on. Share with us. Share the show. Okay? All right. In about 2.3 minutes, 3 seconds, we're going to be ready. Welcome to The Real Discussion. Welcome to The Real Discussion with Rock Logic, Gary Fax, Rocky D, DOA, Chinks, and yours truly, Robin in the building. Yes, we're opening the show. Rock's not here today. So we're celebrating a little bit too early, but welcome to The Real Discussion, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have a really good show today. I'm glad you joined us. Chinks is our engineer today. Rock is out. So Right now, we're doing a takeover show, baby.
That's right. Let's get it.
Yeah. All right, so let's start with. I can't really hear myself, but that's okay. You can hear me fine? Okay, no, I mean myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's just do that. Okay, so Chinks is in the building. Chinks, give yourself a round. There you go, baby. There you go, baby. Okay, welcome to the Real Discussion. We like you to like the podcast, share the podcast, send it to everybody you know. This is the Rocky D. You know, no, forget about that. It's me and Gary Fax and Chinks today. So give us some stuff. That's it. Okay, so let's talk about what everybody did this week. Gary, what do you got?
Well, I've been prepping for my artist Baba T. He comes in on Monday.
Hey, give him some claps for that.
So there's some big things happening. I was at a record label meeting for him earlier.
Oh, cool.
Today, so there's some people interested in him.
Oh.
So things are looking really, really good.
I love that.
He has his billboard officially going up Monday in Times Square.
Nice.
So by the time he lands in the afternoon, his billboard should be up.
Hey, come on.
It's going to be on 42nd Street between 7th and 8th, right next to Dave and Buster's.
Ooh, the big Times Square billboard.
Exactly.
Oh, come on now.
We ain't playing here.
So we're going to have to go to a rooftop and look at the billboard from the rooftop bar. Maybe Monarch. Shout out to Monarch.
Oh, that's yeah.
And just we'll do it up on the terrace.
Something like that.
Yes, come on. All right, what else you got going on?
What else is there? So Wednesday he's going to be doing his EP release party with Maria Davis at the Shrine in Harlem.
Nice.
So that's going to go very, very well. There's a couple of industry people that's coming down to check him out.
Okay.
And then Friday is when his EP and NFT is officially released on all platforms.
I like that.
The video comes out.
Ooh.
So we were pressed for some time, but
got it done.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that matters.
We got it done.
Hey.
So he's here from the 13th to the 24th.
Okay.
So
that's not bad.
We're gonna be busy.
Almost 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of things happening. So that's my schedule.
Okay. And what have you been doing?
In the midst of that, taking care of business, right? Because
okay.
I mean, now that I'm fully back in the management game now.
Come on.
You
got some more artists you managing now?
It's not like a regular 9-to-5 job.
Well, it never was, Gary.
Right?
It never was. You're back on the scene. You outside. You out here, Gary. Come on now.
Yeah, so
you out here.
So yeah, and this Australian time difference, because as you know, when it's daytime over there,
yes,
it's nighttime here.
Yes, it is.
So I'm dealing with a lot of calls and stuff like that. Like, oh man, so it's a bit challenging, but hey, this is what I signed up for.
There you go.
So it's all good.
It's all good.
All
right, so Chinks, I'm gonna need your assistance on this. You're gonna have to do the shout outs for us.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to everybody listening.
There you go.
Know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I want to give a shout out to Rocky. Want to give a shout out to Rock. Want to give a shout out to Robin, Gary. We here at Boardwalk Global Media.
That's right.
Want to give a shout out to my moms, my son.
Hey.
Keep doing your thing. Daddy's proud of you.
There you go.
Oh, and by the way, Boardwalk Global Media, we're on the billboard in Times Square too.
Oh, are we?
Yes, we are.
Oh, with Baba T?
Yes.
Nice.
Right there with Spotify, Apple Music.
Oh,
we're right next to it. We're right there. So we're not playing. This is big. This is big.
Come on, Gary.
Big time now.
All right.
Big time now.
Well, I've had not really an exciting week. Mm-hmm. It's been a good week. I can't really complain. Bumped into some high people this week. Some edible parties I've ran into this week.
I see.
Oh yeah, I'm bumping into them edible parties. So, I had a little edible last night.
Okay.
And I decided that it was a great night to walk to the store before the edibles kicked in. And then they started kicking in. And I'm like, and it's dark outside. And I'm trying. And I don't know, Gary, I don't know if you know this because I know you smoked weed back in the days. But when you smoke weed, you get paranoid. Mm-hmm. And what happens is you get paranoid that everybody thinks they know you're high. And you're like, I have to act normal.
Yeah.
Like, I got to walk normal. I got to do normal stuff. But, then you don't because, I'm stumbling and fumbling through the streets. And it didn't matter if anybody knew or not. I was high. It didn't even matter. So I had a good time. I tell you that. I had a great time. So other than that, work is good.
Okay, good.
We would, when I first started at my job, we had, the weekly testing.
Yeah.
So they announced on Wednesday, that they were not doing the weekly testing anymore. So they don't need to get any more of my DNA.
Oh, okay.
Which is great. Okay. So you know what? I'm happy about that. It doesn't minimize the fact that COVID's still around.
Right.
I also had a friend of mine who called me and told me he almost died because they took the Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, shit.
And had like 17 blood clots around his heart.
Yeah, that Johnson & Johnson one. Yeah.
So I looked up something online, and they had like there was an act that passed in Congress for vaccine injuries. Yes, and they say I don't know if COVID is exempt, but it was passed in 2021, so I think COVID is in there somewhere.
Really?
But they did not advertise that to the public
because
right.
Because what I was remembering was that back when the Republicans had the Senate and the stimulus checks was being done. Mm-hmm. One of the things that they had in the stimulus checks was shielding Pfizer and a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, we all found out about that. But I think there's a loophole here.
Okay.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me look it up. All right. But I'm going to keep talking while I'm researching this. So I read that you can get up to, I believe, from $250,000 to $600,000.
Wow. Okay.
From the incident of the vaccine injury. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Congress vaccine injury. Yeah. So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna use fair use.
Right.
Because it's important. So what's going on with you, Chinks?
Not much.
Nothing
over
much.
here working the boards, getting it right.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna read it to you guys, okay?
All right.
Because of my nosiness, I have to do this.
Yeah.
But if Google can work for me, that'd be awesome too. But I'll just drink this beer until it's ready.
We got Renee Mickens in the check-in.
Hey Renee.
Renee in the house.
We got Casey.
Renee.
Congratulations, Baba and Gary.
Congratulations, Baba and Gary. Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna share it with you guys, okay? Mm-hmm. So let me read it up here like this. It says the bill increases the compensation available under the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program for vaccine-related deaths and injuries, and otherwise modifies the program. This program provides compensation through a no-fault alternative to litigation. So you can't sue, but you can actually go through this compensation thing. Uh-huh. So it says. It's through a no-fault alternative to litigations for injuries and deaths caused by certain vaccines. Certain vaccines. Certain vaccines.
See, is that language there? You gotta watch that language.
Double speak.
Exactly.
It says specifically the bill increases the compensation for a vaccine-related death and the maximum compensation for pain, suffering, and emotional distress from a vaccine-related injury from $250,000 to $600,000, what I just mentioned.
Yeah.
It annually adjusts these amounts based on consumer price index. And then it says, in addition, the bill extends from 36 months to 5 years.
Oh.
The period of time after the onset of symptoms of a vaccine injury during which an individual may file a claim for compensation. Then the last paragraph is, furthermore, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention must update the vaccine injury table, which lists and explains injuries and conditions that are presumed to be caused by vaccines within 6 months of recommending a vaccine for routine administration to children, adults, or pregnant women.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, so I found that quite interesting because now it says certain vaccines.
Yeah.
Not all. And we already know what that's about.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So, so, that's about that. So, I heard you got a guest coming on today, Gary.
Well, it's an artist by the name of Red Vegas. He's actually part of the Hip Hop Boulevard family. Al Pizarro, he should be bringing him by about 8 o'clock.
Okay. So 8 o'clock.
He's about 15 years old.
15?
Yeah.
Where's he from? Oh, we'll find out when he gets here.
He's from Vegas.
Oh, Red Vegas.
Yeah,
Ooh, duh.
Yeah, he's from Vegas.
Duh.
He's here for a couple of days. And Al is bringing him on the whole touring around New York City and stuff like that. So he should be here about 8, and we'll find out more from him and stuff like that.
Okay, well, I mean, Rock's not here today. He's passing out wafers.
He's passing out wafers.
He's doing Bishop Jordan's birthday weekend.
Yeah.
And he's doing it big with Bishop Jordan. Give it up.
Yeah.
And, they do all types of activities for, like, the weekend. So I thought my birthday was something. I don't do birthdays that last 3 days.
Yeah,
you got to be popping, baby. Popping.
Well,
yes.
This is an annual event that I know that Rock does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and they do it big.
Yeah,
so, he's going to be looking good, smelling good, That's it. So, so let's get into what was going on this week in the news. What do you got?
Oh, wow. So, the hearings, the January 6th hearings. Okay. Oh, my goodness.
So let's go. So it came on last night.
Yes.
And what happened?
So basically, Liz Cheney, I believe she's the co-chair of the committee there. And she, in no uncertain terms, laid it out that Donald Trump, he started this riot.
Okay.
It was planned, 7-point plan. They had a lot of different testimony. Like, for example, the Attorney General, Bill Barr. They have Bill Barr on video saying, like, look, I basically told him this was BS, right?
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Now he wants to turn on
this
Trump now? He want to turn on Trump now.
Bill Barr was like, and Bill Barr is a piece,
Right. But go ahead.
But he's on camera saying, like, look, I told the president this was BS. There was no credible or viable information to show that the election was rigged, right? There was also a video from Ivanka, and Ivanka was asked,
his daughter.
Yes. And Ivanka was asked about it, and she was like, well, I trust I believe what Bill Barr said.
Oh, really? She turned against her dad?
Basically, yeah. This is on video. This is on video.
What is going on out here?
It's crazy. Like,
these streets is hot, popping.
It was.
You mean after they done went through every court in the land to try to overturn all the votes?
And Liz Cheney brought that up. She was like, look, he went to, which was Trump's right, to go to court, and he lost over 60 court cases, which, by the way, most of those judges were conservative judges.
I know.
Right? But yet still spreading this lie that the election was stolen.
Well,
right?
it was really all about taking away certain people's right to vote, not everyone.
So, so with the powerful testimony from Bill Barr, from Ivanka Trump, there was Jared Kushner,
her husband.
Yeah.
So did he turn on him too?
Basically.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was, but they basically laid out. Oh, and the Proud Boys. So, and here's the thing. So, the Proud Boys, and what's the other group? Oh my God. The Oath Keepers. Right.
Oath Keepers.
So the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, a couple of those top members, they've been charged with seditious.
That's correct.
Seditious conspiracy.
plead not guilty to that?
No, they pled guilty.
Oh, did they?
They pled guilty.
Wow.
Right. So they're not even the organizers. So now anybody above them is either going to get seditious conspiracy or higher.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah. So it was, it was a very good night because they started to lay out what everybody saw.
Okay.
Now, there are Trump voters and these MAGA voters that they don't care, right?
Okay.
Right, but
they don't want to hear no more about it because they got lost.
So but the hearings are for those people in the middle. That's like, look, here's what happened.
Right.
And and I think that from what happened last night, kicking it off, they kicked it off to a great job. Ironically, Fox News, out of all the networks, didn't want to air it. Right, Tucker Carlson. Yeah, he went on and said, "Oh, it was all rigged, and it was the FBI."
Sure.
Right. All this literally stupid stuff. Right.
Oh my God.
So and after it, a couple of hours after, there were a couple of Republican people that were saying, "Oh, this is political theater," and Trump didn't commit. Yes, now it was a riot, but it wasn't Trump's fault.
Right. Okay. All right.
And mind you, I remember back then. I think it was in December. Trump had said there's going to be something big happening in January.
Yes, I remember that.
I remember that. Now, see, for people that don't understand the election process, in November, when we go out and vote, right, more times than not, we find that's by the end of the night, we'll find out this person won, right? But there's a process. After that, there's a process in December where, oh my God, where they get.
Come on, facts. You got to put the facts out here, Gary. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. Congress gets together in December to get everything together.
Right.
And then in January 6th is when they actually certify the vote.
Okay.
Right. With all the
Gary
electors, right? So, and basically what it is if you ever watch the Oscars or the Grammys or what have you, the vice president, his job, according to the Constitution, when the people count the electoral votes, his job is just to say,
to authorize.
Donald Trump 230 electoral votes, Joe Biden 302 electoral votes. That's his job. That's it. That's it. He doesn't do nothing else. So Trump and his lawyers is expecting him to magically overturn.
Okay.
So clearly, I mean, they have not read the Constitution on how this works. Right?
Well, you know what? Give Gary some claps because he's giving us a civics lesson that we need right now.
So Mike Pence, even as much of a POS he is, he was like, look, the Constitution doesn't work like I can't just blatantly overturn. Like that's not how the Constitution works.
It's never supposed to be how it works, but a lot of people don't know that, Gary.
Right, but it seems like some of these Republican senators and Congress people, either they're special kind of stupid or they're just ignoring.
No, they don't have prerequisite training on how to be a congressperson. There's nothing. There's no university that teach you how to be a congressperson.
I'm like, so I mean, listen, most of us in school, we study history and the Constitution and government. Like
most of us,
the basics.
People that don't cut class.
Well, I cut class and still pass.
Oh well, okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, you're not called Gary Facts for nothing, okay?
But the case was laid out where Trump was talking about how Mike Pence should have overturned, did the right thing,
Right.
and overturned the votes, and when he didn't do it, the oath keepers and the crowd were like, they wanted to hang Mike Pence,
Right. And Nancy Pelosi.
right? And Trump was like, well, yeah, maybe he deserved it.
Oh.
And they got him on tape saying that.
Okay, well, you know what?
So it's just quite interesting with this first night how it all played out and literally showing what had happened. And ironically, there was a film director there that was doing a documentary, and he had some unseen footage.
Oh, okay.
That was shown in the heart of what was going on.
Okay.
So I think over the next coming days, like the next one is Monday at 10 a.m.
Okay.
But like for the rest of the month when these hearings are, it's going to be some explosive stuff.
All right. Well,
really explosive.
Let's see what the board has to say. Chinks, what's going on out there?
All right, we got Tosh on the check-in. She says, hey fams. Hey, Tosh. We got Boardwalk Global Media.
That's it.
Chris Knight.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
He says, hey, good evening. We got Mariana. She says, hey, from Colorado.
Hey, Mariana.
Who else? I see Ellie.
Hey, Ellie.
And I see Regina from the Philippines. And Mandy, who is Bobby T's mother.
Hey.
From Sydney, Australia. She's on the check-in.
Come on now.
So, yeah.
All right, so I want to bring in something else that I thought caught my eye this week.
Okay.
Remember Michael Avenatti?
Yes.
So, I liked him because he was really, when Trump was like first in office, he was really giving it to Trump. And he was representing Stormy Daniels at the time. And I believe that also Nike, as Nike was his client.
Yeah.
And when they arrested him for like embezzling or something like that, I was like, oh my God. Well, he got sentenced to 4 years.
Wow.
After stealing nearly $300,000 from Stormy Daniels.
Wow.
Ain't that something?
That's crazy.
I can't believe it. Disgraced attorney Michael Avenatti was sentenced to 4 years in prison.
Yeah.
For stealing nearly $300,000 from the former client, adult film actress Stormy Daniels. District Judge Jesse Furman and Avenatti's conduct was so brazen and egregious, adding he took advantage of a vulnerable victim, giving her unorthodox career. Whoa. And somewhat unorthodox beliefs. Wow.
Alrighty
so
then.
4 years. So
Yeah.
wasn't he in jail already for a couple years?
No, I don't think so. I knew that there was like a fraud case against him.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't
Right.
it Nike? Didn't Nike put out a fraud case against him?
I think it was.
Yeah, well, anyway, I don't care about that. So, the big news over the past couple weeks, because, we haven't talked about it on the show, is the shootings in Buffalo.
Yes.
In Texas. Give us your thoughts about what do you think is happening with these shootings, particularly the one in Buffalo.
Well, I mean, I think, wow, this is an interesting topic.
It is.
One, I think it's definitely has gotten out of hand.
Okay.
I think that there's a couple of problems here. Because, I mean, when I think about when we were growing up
Right.
in school, now, in New York City, we never had no mass shooting.
Right.
Now, granted, there may be someone that may have brought a gun to school, but it's not like he's going to shoot up the class, right?
He had a particular victim.
He
had a particular victim.
He had a particular
Like, meet me outside, 3:00.
Right. So
I'm gonna bust a cap in your ass, bro.
Right. So he had a particular victim that he was going to deal with.
Okay.
Whereas now, what we're seeing is that these shootings are with high-powered rifles.
The AR-15s.
The AR-15. Yeah, these are military-grade weapons. And they go and.
So what is the justification for having these weapons? Because I heard that the Republicans are saying, well, some right wingers are saying it's good for killing animals and
that's
BS.
You there's other weapons that you can use. These are military weapons.
Right.
These are military weapons.
Okay.
And in the South, here's what I don't understand. Right. So in the South, if you go to Starbucks, you go to McDonald's or what have you, you go to, what's the other one, Kroger, what have you. Some of these guys, they'll go in there with their weapon on their back. Like, what do you need an AR-15 or a rifle to go into Starbucks for to buy, when you're buying coffee?
That's crazy.
Or you going into Kroger, right? They want to talk about, it's my Second Amendment right. Well, see, when the Constitution was done and they talked about, arming against tyranny,
the Second Amendment.
Yeah, against the government.
Right.
Here's the thing, here's the thing, which I think a lot of these stupid Republicans.
Whoa.
I have to say that.
Whoa. Go ahead, Gary. Come on. Right. Gary rocking the night. Come on now.
Like, they talk about, in the event that the government tries to turn, because when President Obama was in office,
yes,
all of them was talking about, they was thinking that Obama was going to come and take everybody's weapon. Well, that wasn't the case, and that wasn't going to happen.
Well, wasn't that race baiting too?
Of course, but here's the reality. If the government really wanted to turn on people, the government has drones, right? They have missiles.
Right.
You think they're going to run up in your house if they really have to?
Yeah, they would.
But no, I'm just saying.
They've done it.
But look at that. But I'm saying the level of military weapons that the government has if they needed to do something.
So,
but they're talking about.
Question though.
Yeah.
Who is bringing these assault rifles and weapons into these communities?
Well,
we talk about the 18-year-old shooter who, shot all those kids.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. But to the parents and the kids and the families. But he waited until he was 18. He waited. He was like, when I turn 18, I'm gonna get me this gun.
In Texas, in Texas and these southern states, these red states, they have these pro-gun laws.
Yes.
Where you could go and get a gun with no problem.
Right.
Like, so here in New York City, there's no kind of gun show that, like, if you go from DC up, there's no gun shows.
Well, yeah.
When you go to the South, when I was living in Atlanta,
yeah,
right, there's a place in Atlanta called the World Congress Center. The World Congress Center is equivalent to our Jacob.
Go to the mic, Gary. Come on.
The World Congress Center down in Atlanta is equivalent to our Jacob Javits Center.
Okay.
Right? So, and at the World Congress Center, they would hold these huge gun shows.
Okay.
Like, and all you need was your ID.
Okay.
And your money. That's it.
Okay. But, I think there should be some stipulations to owning these weapons.
They should be. But this is what I'm saying. But when you go to those type of events, there's no...
I see.
There's no, you could buy the weapon, but there needs to be a 10-day background check, grace period or something like that. That doesn't happen.
No, you know why? Because I think, too, the unspoken fact that in the Constitution... it's supposed to be to legally protect your property, right? And in New York and all of these urban areas, no one really owns property per se because it's a dense urban, concentration of people. So nobody really owns property. They just see a dense population having guns individually, not really protecting anything because they don't own it, right? Right? In the South and the Midwest, and some parts of the West, they identify people as homeowners and property owners so they can carry these weapons. But no one talks about the mental illness, right, of these people. Everybody who has a gun should not legally own one. They should pass a mental health check.
I totally agree.
They should have a psychological exam, right?
I totally agree. But see, the Republicans in one of the gun bills, about a year or two ago, they were talking. It was put in there about going through the mental health check,
right?
And the Republicans was against that.
Yeah, of course they are, because they're representing people who they believe are the middle class, right?
And here's the thing: if you're if you own property, and I get it, I understand it, then you could have whatever you want on your property,
right?
Right. But the moment you come off that property, you need to have maybe the right licenses and all of that if you want to leave the property with any type of gun.
Right.
Right? I mean, I think, I think that would be viable. But what these Republicans do, and see, and behind them is the NRA and these gun lobby companies, these gun lobbyists, which is millions of dollars.
Right.
Right. So most of these Republicans, all they're going to say and ever say is thoughts and prayers, because when it comes to their,
even at the expense of children,
exactly.
Being
well, this is
and they're against abortion,
right?
Right. So they protect the uterus before the baby comes out, but when the baby comes out, you're on your own. Give them the buzzer. Right. That's right.
So the NRA spends millions of dollars. These these gun companies spend millions of dollars on these Republicans. So these Republicans is not going to do any type of significant.
So the answer, Gary, is in the statement you're making. The Republicans are politicians. The politicians make laws, but they're not the real, decision makers. It's the companies.
Well, yeah. Well,
it's the NRA is running the Republican Party.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you have some.
If you think you're voting for someone, you're not voting for them. You're voting for the people who are paying for them to be there.
Well, like with some of these major politicians, for example, when I was on Wall Street, there's a saying: if you want to get to a problem, you follow the money.
Absolutely.
So with the Republicans, you have the organizations like the NRA, you have right-wing billionaires like Robert Mercer and his daughter Rebecca Mercer, who they were the ones that were behind Trump. They were the ones that owned 50% of Cambridge Analytica. They were the ones that owned Parler, that participated in the riot.
Okay.
Right. There's another group of billionaires by the name of the Koch brothers.
Koch brothers.
Right.
Not Coke the soda.
Right. Koch. Right. So
why don't they just say Koch?
Right. It's simple.
Well,
right.
they just say Koch. Right. It's spelled phonetically as Koch. Say Koch. Right.
So
when you say Coke, you kind of get the '90s vibe. You get that. You get the drip all over again. You know what I'm saying?
But these are billionaires who.
Well, they own politics. They own the politicians.
Well, listen. I mean, if you want to get down to the facts of it,
come on, Gary, get with the facts. Come on.
Robert Mercer, the Mercers and the Koch, they own the Republican Party.
Okay, who owns the Democrats?
Who owns
Soros?
You got George Soros.
Right.
Well, there's a couple of people.
Who else? Because they both give money to both parties. They all give money to both parties.
Well, they all get. Well, Robert Mercer, him and the Koch brothers, they basically don't like black people.
Well, no one likes black people.
Well, they have said it.
No one likes black people.
They have said it. Robert Mercer came out and said he doesn't.
Well, at least we know.
Like, he came out and said he doesn't believe in civil rights for black people. He came out and said that.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't mind him saying that. It's his First Amendment right to do so.
I understand.
And his money is going to the people that will follow his cause, right?
Well, look.
So that's what we have.
Well, this is why when Trump wound up in the office, because Robert Mercer is the one that put Steve Bannon next to Trump and Stephen Miller there.
Okay.
Because those are right-wing
you got to put
Nazis.
those pieces in place, right? To forward your agenda.
So when Trump went and did his inauguration speech, and that was a very dark speech.
Okay.
That was because Steve Bannon wrote it, and it was on some white supremacist Nazi crap.
Yeah, I remember they had the white chalkboard with Steve Bannon. He was writing all these catchwords and all the things that they were going to their agenda. But I want to talk about something quickly. Go. Because we were on basically the mass shootings, and I want to just keep it a buck, and I want to keep it,
Go.
I want to keep it straight. So, fair use. The Washington Post. There is a title of the article that says there have been over 250 mass shootings so far this year.
Wow.
250 mass shootings. I mean, we only know about the ones that catches headlines.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, there was like 4. 250 mass shootings? It says there have already been more than 250 mass shootings this year in the United States, according to the Gun Violence Archive. 38 have taken place since a rampage at a elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. 38 since then.
Wow.
Since then, there have been 38 mass shootings since all those children got killed. And it says, it left 19 children, right? And 2 teachers dead. And it's just this past weekend, mass shootings were in multiple cities, killing 11 and wounding more than 60 people overall. Wow.
So are these copycat people?
I don't know, but they're defining mass shootings as where 4 or more people, not including the shooter, are injured or killed. An average more than 1 per day so far this year. 1 per day. 1 per day.
That's crazy.
I blame those I mean, look, I blame the thing that the jab. I think the jab kind of messed up and scrambled everybody's brains. Okay.
Well, hey, I mean, listen.
Something's wrong. Something is wrong. I don't know. Like, I think honestly, and I want to be controversial here, but I know COVID was a deadly pandemic. Deadly. You know, it took a lot of people's lives, but it actually saved a lot of people's lives too, because it kept everybody inside. Nobody was out there, shooting up everybody, but I think they're making up for lost time.
Probably so. Well, listen, I mean, even here in New York City, I think though, my take for New York City with all the shooting going on here, I remember 2 years ago, I believe it was Mayor de Blasio. He let all the people that had mental issues out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Remember that?
Right.
I believe that sort of added to the problem.
You mean in New York City, though?
In New York City.
But what about the rest of the 49 states now?
The rest of the country,
Gary.
I think the rest of the country, I think you have some of these people that are...
There's no mass shootings in New York. I mean, there are. But not
like that. Not like...
And they're not walking up into schools.
Yeah.
Kids.
We ain't doing that. I mean, if it's a shooting here, it's 1 or 2 people that may get shot.
Well, because it doesn't fall under that category.
Right. But I mean, you go out to these southern and Midwest states, you're talking about multiple people.
That is correct. And a lot of times...
And with military grade weapons.
Hold on. Now, we're not only talking about... Because, in New York... You give a kid a gun, he's aiming at like the walls, he's aiming at everybody. But these kids down in Texas, they are damn near marksmen. They know how to shoot. Well, and their intended targets, like they left all those kids in there.
Well,
why would the cops stand outside and leave all those kids?
Well, see, those kids, I mean, that's
outrageous. Didn't you just say that the mom went in there, she crawled in and got her kid?
The mom, she went and got her kid.
And she spoke to the press. And then what happened?
The cops threatened her.
Wow.
The cops threatened her not to speak to the press.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean...
Threatened her how? Like what? To kill her? What they're going to do, shoot her? Oh my God. Jinx, what do you have to say about this? I'm sorry.
It's crazy.
But yeah, the police officers are supposed to protect and serve.
Right.
Right. And clearly, these officers stood there for damn near an hour.
Damn.
Nobody did nothing.
Yep, that is true.
A mother had to go get her son. Like, had to go in there and had to fight the cops.
Then they drag him. They had to drag him. Yeah, they tried to restrain her, didn't they?
As a matter of fact, they handcuffed her. She convinced one of them to take off the handcuffs, and she ran in there.
Oh my God! They put her in handcuffs, and she got out of it.
She convinced one of them to take off the handcuffs. She ran in there and got her kid.
Of course.
Now, mind you, some of those cops there had kids in there. Guess what? They went and took their kid out, but left everybody else's kids in there.
I'm wondering now. I mean, I hate to get I hate to get racial about it. But we all know that was a Hispanic school. Right? I'm wondering, would the response have been the same had it been, white kids? I gotta say it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's.
I gotta say it.
There were posts.
I mean, there would be no way somebody would go into a white school like that and have the cops sitting out there like that. Like, come on.
Well, you got to question some things because I mean, even in that area there, what was the chief over there said that how there was no
incident commander.
There was no SWAT team training.
Incident commander. Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
That they're trained. They're supposed to be trained in this stuff.
Like,
give him the buzzer. For real.
On.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's right. No, I don't know how this is. There's going to be a really big investigation on this. It's not over. There may be some people going to jail behind some cops.
The parents, the parents of some of the victims, like I saw a day or two ago, was that they're filing a lawsuit against the estate of the kid, and I'm like, wait a minute, you need to sue the police department.
Right. Like
that needs to be a class action lawsuit.
That's correct.
Because they
Someone's gotta pay.
They failed miserably.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Like if that was my kid or my niece or whatever, they failed miserably.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they just sat there and allowed this dude to shoot all those kids. Wow, that is crazy. Oh man, but I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna figure out these gun laws.
Well, they're gonna. Well, I believe with these gun laws, there's nothing major that's gonna happen because again, the NRA and these major gun corporations, they're buying these Republicans, right? They're funding these Mitt Romney is one of the top is one of the top not donors. They give him like the most money, but there's a list I actually posted on my page like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, talk about it.
With everybody who got money, who gets money from them. And Mitt Romney was at the top, but also there was Ted Cruz, there was Mitch McConnell, there was James, like all the piece of shit Republicans was on there.
Well, I mean,
right?
Are you surprised?
But they're not. But when you talk about any type of significant gun law, it's not going to happen.
No,
it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
No, not when you sacrifice kids.
Right. It's not going to happen.
Well, I want to just go into something really quickly. I want to get off politics because I can't deal. I got a headache. Okay. Okay. All right. Listen. So, anybody know who Melanie Hobson is?
I've heard the name.
Okay. Well, let's go into it.
Okay. Go.
So, fair use. This is from News One. So I'm questioning the validity of this article, but it says Melanie Hobson to become first Black female NFL owner.
Oh,
with the Broncos. Yes.
That's George Lucas's wife.
Really? Let's talk about this.
That's George Lucas's, yes.
So this is from News One, and it starts off saying, fair use, Black women have been out here getting it since the dawn of time, and even during the rough patch of slavery, show the resilience that speaks to the innate strength from birth. Mm-hmm. One of those lovely ladies currently doing the damn thing is Melanie Hobson, president of Ariel Investments, Starbucks chairwoman, and soon to be Denver Broncos co-owner, following a record-breaking buyout by multi-millionaire Rob Walton.
Yeah, the Walton.
Wow.
Yep.
So Hobson is now the first Black woman to have equity in the NFL. She gains the title due to her stake in the Walton Penner ownership group that spearheading the Broncos deal. Yep. It says Walton mentions Hobson specifically in the official press statement, speaking of being excited to have her as an addition to the team. It says beyond her role at Ariel, Melody is an influential leader in corporate and civic organizations across the nation. So give that Black woman some props.
Listen, her credential and merit stands on its own.
And her being married to George Lucas. But also,
Lucas? She's George Lucas, like George, and they've been married forever. It's not like it's not like he just married her. They've been married forever.
Is George Lucas Star Wars?
Yeah.
Wow.
George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney for $4 billion.
Really? Yeah. Wow. Yep. Well, and she in 2020 she was named to be the first Black chairperson of the Starbucks board. So she's doing the damn thing. She's doing it. Now I like that. I like to see it happen.
Well, I know that like, what's the tennis sisters, Venus and Serena? They have an interest in the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Let's go to the boards. What's going on out there?
Let's see
All right, we got Mariana. She says, sounds like the definition of mass shootings of 4 or more could be skewed by gang violence, but I don't know.
Could be. It depends on who you're shooting, right?
It depends on who you're shooting.
It depends on who's getting shot. That's correct. And that's it? That's all we got?
That's it for now.
I see Rock on the board.
Rock
Hey, Rock.
says, tell him, Robbie.
Give Rock some claps.
Rocco.
All right, listen, everybody. You know, we're doing the Takeover show today. I don't know how left it's gonna go. I'm gonna finish this beer, right? And then we're gonna talk about some ratchet stuff. But Rock's not here today. He's chiming in on the board. So, anybody want to interact with Rock, do so. He's available. Also, while you're here, like the page, subscribe.
That's right.
I know that we're monetized on Facebook, so
yes.
Give up those stars, give it up, run them stars, run it by us.
That's right.
Come on, because this show is not free. And just overall, just tell us, give us some feedback of how you feel about what we're talking about.
Right,
Love to hear from you. All right, so another story that I like, not like, but very interesting, okay? This one is from News Onyx. Fair use again. White pastor convicted in alleged plot to poison and kill thousands of Black South Africans.
I heard that. I heard about that.
Now, what's going on? Another Jim Jones?
Yeah.
Is this another Kool-Aid reference? What's going on out here? A white pastor was recently convicted in an alleged plot to poison and kill thousands of Black people in South Africa. According to the Associated Press, Harry Johannes Krozen was found guilty of high treason, indictment to carry out violent attacks and recruiting people to commit attacks in a South African court on June 5th. I'm sorry. His organization, the National Christian Resistance Movement. Now, let's go into that. How are you a Christian?
Yeah, right.
Right? How are you a Christian and you're going in plotting to kill a mass amount of people, Black people at that?
Yeah, they like to hide behind religion.
Well, clearly. So it says, his organization, the National Christian Resistance Movement, reportedly explored using biological weaponry to kill Black people through infection. Give me a break. Prosecutors said, give the buzzer. It says, prosecutors said one of these methods, including poisoning the reservoirs that supplied water to the Black communities. They also alleged that his plans were motivated by highly racial views and that he wanted to condone his actions with his religious beliefs.
Well, come on.
Like, God made me, the devil? The devil made me do it?
Listen, they've been doing that for years.
I mean, although they've been doing it for years, somebody actually got convicted.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, listen. I'm glad that he's.
There's people now getting convicted of killing Black people now. Because that was not a thing in the past. You know that.
Right.
You know that. So yeah, I don't know what anybody else thinks of that, but I think even though it's a tried and true method of mass, killing. I mean, because it would be considered a mass killing. It would be like a Jim Jones situation. So I don't know, guys.
There was and I hope if my memory serves me correctly, there was one of these chemical companies that was in the South that were
Dow, 3M. I don't know.
I think it was Dow, but there was a chemical company that was in the South that were dumping chemicals into an area which was predominantly Black.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they've been doing that for years. I remember when I went to St. Croix, we would go into town, we would drive into town, and, you can immediately tell the ghetto. I think the ghetto looks the same everywhere you go. The short buildings, the people outside, in the wheelchairs, and, the bent up, egos out there. Shout out to all the egos out there, because, you can't be just using drugs.
But also, too, I think when you go to the supermarkets, like if you go to the supermarket in the ghetto and you go to a supermarket in the suburbs.
Yes.
completely different. Completely different.
Wow.
Completely different.
Well, no. What I was saying was that they have power plants, and I'm like, it's near the ghetto, and near an elementary school, and I'm like, I don't know what's leaking in the water. They're probably drinking that water, and they're probably making them do that on purpose.
There was what's that? The Aaron Brockovich. That,
yes.
It was something like that. Where
wasn't it in a depressed neighborhood?
Something like yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They were dumping chemicals in a neighborhood where it was kids in schools and all that.
Oh my God, that is terrible. Yeah. I got to tell you. You know what I would like to do, Chinks, if you don't mind. You want to run one of these commercials that Rock has, or is there any promos?
All right, for sure. We're going to get into that.
Well, let's go into the promo.
All right.
I got to get another beer.
We got DOA.
DOA in the house.
DOA. And shout out to DOA, by the way.
And our deepest condolences, bro. Our deepest condolences.
To who?
DOA. His sister passed away.
Oh, I had no idea. I'm sorry to hear that.
Tyler Perry that. Oprah said this. Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of you and your punk ass boy talking about who should headline this and for who. Nobody gives a fuck. D.L. Hewlett is a good friend of mine talking about his sexuality. Your motherfucking poet is suspect than a motherfucker. I'm sick of this shit. Nobody cares about who's supposed to headline. Let me say something. America, when we did the Kings of Comedy, we shook the motherfucking world. So I remember, once for the Kings of Comedy, it would be so motherfucking Queens of Comedy. Talking about DL open up for the Kings of Comedy. How the fuck can he open up for the Kings of Comedy when he's a motherfucking king? I'm gonna tell you one motherfucking thing. The next time you and your punk ass boy keep complaining about this motherfucker, and you can get the punk ass boy. I don't give a fuck. Next time you keep talking all this bullshit, I'm gonna take a hammer and slap the fuck out of you motherfuckers. Then I'm out this motherfucker.
You're tuned into Boardwalk Global Media. Your show will begin in the next 2 seconds.
No. We made it. Still standing. Don't nobody know you. Black Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Made it through the war, you could check my scars. Wanna understand life? Get behind these bars. You should never take it easy when it might seem hard. And I ain't come this far just to come this far.
I'm still standing.
Gotta learn how to smile when you still hurt.
It's okay.
With every one of my flaws, I feel perfect. When you take a loss, you develop a hard surface.
Yeah.
When you finally win in the end, it was all worth it.
Said I learned by heart, no Googles or YouTube. Stepped on colored tops during recess, drinking Yoo-Hoos while passing the rock. They was passing them rocks. I was hooping, but the dudes that smoked used to hoop too. Thinking life focus up young, or that could be you. Boy had a shot, now shooting up what he used to. I played chess, moved like fresh, not what they used to. A lot of pride hit them stamps when I brought food, growing pains. This here for the have-nots, that'll have you in some knots. In order to have knots, either you part of the plot or we digging your plot. Think fast, cause what we pull up with, shaking the block. My bro fighting depression, plus sick as hell, he's sick as hell. Still getting knocked, he's sick as cells, but sick with cells. Still had guap when he got popped. He hit it well, he wished him well, then boy came home, brought another scale. The winning circle about as small as a dot, period. I keep my circle about as small as a dot. If they ain't making what you making, then they making it hot. Furthermore, I need furthermore, whatever's more than a lot. Go!
Made it through the war, you could check my scars. Wanna understand life? Get behind these bars. You should never take it easy when it might seem hard. And I ain't come this far just to come this far.
I'm still standing.
Gotta learn how to smile when you still hurt.
It's okay.
With every one of my flaws, I feel perfect. When you take a loss, you develop a hard surface. When you finally win in the end, it was all worth it. He ain't see the big picture, so they made him a...
Oh, shit. All right, we're back with the takeover. We're taking over.
That's right.
Gary
That's-
Facts.
that's
Robin
right.
Chinks.
That's right.
Shout out to DOA. Shout out to Rocky, who just called me during the break. You know he's doing his thing. We want to tell everybody he loved them.
Rocky, all right.
We miss you, Rocky. Anyway, so let's move on with the show. Let's go.
All right. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about is Elon Musk and this whole Twitter deal.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So apparently he's supposed to be acquiring Twitter. I think back in April. I think it was he made an offer, like maybe 12% over the stock price.
Oh, wow.
And
so let's go into the history of this Twitter deal with Elon Musk. So how did it start? Do you know?
He wanted to. I guess this whole censorship and he feels that people should be able to say whatever they want.
Okay.
Right, and he feels that you shouldn't be censored, and so he made an investment in Twitter, and he bought enough of a stake.
Okay.
To where he was gonna get a board seat. Then he turned that down.
Okay.
Right. So then he went out and made this offer.
Okay.
To acquire Twitter, and in him making the offer, he was talking about how you should be able to say whatever you want. Trump shouldn't have been banned from Twitter. All these different things. So.
Well, I agree with him on that. I mean, and
Go ahead.
I mean, it sounds a little controversial, but everybody should have a right to free speech, even if we don't agree. Now, he incited the riot, I think because Donald Trump is so petty. I think once he realized that he can be kicked off of a social media platform as the president of the United States, he probably just said, you know what? F all y'all. You know what? I'm going to just take over the government and just be king. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to tell me to shut up. You know what I'm saying? But Elon Musk, I think, in the spirit of, although he's South African, which means technically that means he's African American.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yes. Yes, the definition of African American is not the same as it used to be. However, I think that for him to try to buy Twitter in the name of free speech was a big deal.
Yeah, but a lot of his leanings are right wing leanings. Like
yes, you can't make all that money and not
look. His dad is from old school South Africa.
Of course,
he owned an emerald mine.
Yes, he did.
Right, so. The apple don't fall too far from the tree.
That is true.
I'm just saying.
True. That is true.
So, so now now he's trying to make this offer to buy Twitter, and then now he's trying to back out. So, and my point was, now that these hearings are starting,
okay,
and last night, front and center, they showed Trump's tweets. Well, this could be a major problem. Right?
No, it is a major problem.
This could be because over the next course of the hearings, Twitter's going to keep coming up, and Trump's going to keep coming up of his tweets and what his tweets have done to incite.
Yeah, but what is it really going to solve? I mean, is he going to go to jail? Like, when is this roller coaster going to end? Because even if they have the hearings, what are they going to do? He's already been president. And he can run again if he wanted to. He still can. Nothing will happen.
Well, listen. I think that it's important for these hearings to be done because there are people that needs to see. I think also too the Department of Justice. Right? I think from what I saw. Well, I shouldn't say I think. From what I saw last night, a solid case is being laid out showing what this like. You're talking about blatantly violating the Constitution.
I get it.
With no regard.
I get it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm still waiting on the New York Attorney General.
Yeah, Letitia James.
To get at Trump. They made it such a big not trumped up, pun intended. They made it such a big deal, and nothing's coming out of that.
Well,
so I'm just not feeling hopeful.
I think, but in my opinion, I think it's between Letitia James and Fannie Willis, the district attorney down in Georgia. One of them two, they're definitely going to get him first.
All right. Let's see what the board is saying.
Right. Let's see.
Jinx, come on.
All right, we got Christy with the 50 stars. Shout out to Christy.
Okay.
Right. We got Chris Knight. He says,
Come on,
if
give
you're
it up to the cause.
Hey,
Bobo
that's
Global
right.
Media family.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We got Chris Knight. He says, if your free speech incites something very bad to happen, you must be responsible
You
for
must
that.
be responsible. Exactly,
Well,
Chris.
this is what I'm saying. Like, right. So if
exactly.
with these Republicans, they don't want to take accountability, right? They don't want
Right.
They don't want to take responsibility. Like, I'm off. Look, if someone, we from the hood, someone talks about your mom,
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't pop them in the face, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Right.
Every action deserves a stronger or equal reaction.
How?
Okay. Put the church music on. All right.
So how? Where is the logic where Republicans think that someone can do, or even them could do something negative to you, or incite some type of violence, and think it's okay, and then there's not supposed to be you're not supposed to be mad, right? You're not supposed to be upset,
right?
Like if you've done something that hurt a member of my family,
right,
or someone close and dear to me, that's gonna be a problem.
That's true.
I'm not supposed to be mad.
No, you're supposed to be mad.
But according to them, they want to pass the buck. So when you have someone like Trump on there,
right,
literally inciting.
Okay. Yeah, but you know what? There was a lot of folks like Jenny Thomas, Clarence Thomas' wife.
Let's get in.
She was backing that whole. Let's go. She was organizing buses.
Like
they were putting money together. There was a whole secret tunnel of rich.
Like that, she needs to be in jail. Like here. What's the latest headline on her? Oh my God, we getting in. We going.
Okay, go in because I got some stuff I want to talk to you guys about. Pull it up, Gary.
All right. Ginny Thomas pressed 29 Arizona lawmakers to help overturn Trump's defeat.
Wow.
Like that's prison time. Like F that. Clarence Thomas needs to step down. Like he needs to resign.
He's not going to resign.
But I'm just saying, like for Republican, because about a month or two ago, when this news first broke with her, Republicans came out and was like, we're going to vehemently defend him. And they think that he's, he's qualified and all this stuff. Like you're talking about the wife of a Supreme Court justice is involved in basically trying
living in the moment, in the present moment now. This is why I think it's important.
Go ahead.
So, living in the present moment now, the magnitude of what's happening, the events that are happening regarding the January 6th insurrection coup attempt, it will resonate in history.
That's right.
History making, actually, even Watergate wasn't this bad. This is a president, an active president, trying to overthrow and overturn the election because he wanted to stay in power. Yeah. I'm wondering, I don't think it was just Donald Trump. I think this was a concerted effort that was planned months in advance, or maybe even when he got elected.
Well, he's not. Well, like I said, well, first of all, he's not even smart enough to do something like that.
Well, no, of course not.
Right?
That's why Roger Stone was around. Right?
He's not smart enough. So now you have to look at people. As I said, look, one of his financial backers, as I said, is Robert Mercer.
Right.
Robert Mercer has a PhD in computer science. Right. Robert Mercer was 50% owner of Cambridge Analytica. Right. if anybody understands the history of Cambridge Analytica and what they did and the influence that they had in the 2016 election, right, and the stuff that happened with Facebook, you know, and after the stuff that happened with Facebook, they basically they dissolved the company and changed the company to something else, which is called Emmer Data, which is basically doing the same thing what they did before under a different name.
I see.
Right? So, and with Cambridge Analytica, right, what Robert Mercer did, like they basically data mined all the stupid people.
We got a guest in the house. Come on. All right, Gary, I'm sorry.
So
shout out to Al Pizarro.
Al Pizarro, Hip Hop Boulevard in the
building.
Yeah.
In the building.
So
go ahead, let's go.
Cambridge Analytica, to me, they data mined all the stupid people. Right?
Right.
And what Robert Mercer did when they got in trouble for the stuff with Facebook and getting all the information, I think it was like 89 million names and stuff like that. So when Cambridge Analytica got in trouble for that, they dissolved the company and created another one.
Right.
Called Emmer Data. And
okay.
They're basically doing the same thing.
Wow.
They're basically doing the same thing. And Robert Mercer, who's worth about 20 billion, he's the guy that's behind that.
Wow.
His daughter, Rebecca Mercer, is the one that funded Parler that did the riot in DC.
Wow.
So to circle back to your point, Trump ain't smart enough to do none of that.
Of course not.
And then if you want to, then you also have to look at Robert Mercer, his relationship with Vladimir Putin.
Okay.
And the businesses that he's done over in Russia.
Yeah, that's true. He was trying to open up a hotel in Russia and a golf course.
I remember, I remember years ago, and I always watch Bloomberg TV. Trump's son was on a show called For the Record, which was on Bloomberg TV. He was being interviewed by a guy by the name of Brian Sullivan, who is now on CNBC.
Okay.
Brian Sullivan asked him, so being that your dad has gone through these bankruptcies, what's the Trump organization doing and stuff like that? What you call it? Eric's response was, "Oh, we don't care about the U.S. We get out of
That's true.
We get our money.
That is a fact.
We get our money out of Russia.
That is a fact.
I saw that myself.
Yeah, that is a fact.
When I was working on Wall Street, bankers here, they didn't want to give him any money.
Right. Because he defaulted on all the loans. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I mean, he has a very notorious reputation in Atlantic City, doesn't he?
He does. So,
yeah, so.
And for those of here in New York that knew Trump way before, his relationship with the Russian mob goes back to Coney Island.
That is
when
true.
He was doing
That's true.
Construction.
That's right. Right.
So this is what people don't understand.
Well, he was with the Russian mafia. That's what it's at.
But that was back
Brighton Beach
yes,
over there. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So that it started from back. It started from back then. This is not new, right?
But hold on. See, the problem is that we New Yorkers know, but no one else outside of New York knew.
But see, what happened was when this whole apprentice thing came on.
Yeah.
Right, and a couple of my friends admitted. When this whole apprentice thing came on,
I got a confession to make.
I
tried to get on that show.
Oh, it's fun. When this whole apprentice thing happened,
I tried to get on The Apprentice.
It made Trump. It made Trump look like to the rest of America. He was this astute, respectable. Of
course, they wrote a book about the art of getting rich.
Right.
He did all of these shows, the lifestyles of the rich and famous.
It made him
He was even in movies.
It made him look like he was this astute businessman.
You had all the rappers calling out his name and songs. He was the epitome of the successful billionaire.
Well, so now on the other end, when I work with Michael Bloomberg, Michael Bloomberg is worth like $50 billion.
That's correct.
Michael Bloomberg, according to him, he was like Trump was like
he's pennies. He was Rodney Dangerfield. Right.
He was like, and this, so for
I can't get no respect.
So for the rest of America, they bought into The Apprentice.
That's true.
That image, and anybody that has done TV or movie production.
Well, they don't call it programming for nothing.
Right.
It's programming.
Every night on TV, you got to go through, the makeup and the hair. Everything got to be perfect.
Absolutely.
So a lot of middle America and mainstream America and rural America, they bought into The Apprentice BS.
Well, hey, listen, if anybody can make it, it's the people in the Midwest. Let me tell you something.
All right,
let's throw on some commercials because we got a guest coming on.
We got a guest here.
Listen, everybody who's on the show up until this point, like, subscribe, and share, and support
and
Hip Hop Boulevard.
Yes, absolutely.
We got Al Pizarro in the house. Support Hip Hop Boulevard. Okay, watch the show. When is the show?
Every other Sunday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. But this Sunday, we're doing a special Hip Hop Boulevard show at 2 p.m. So y'all gonna want to tune in.
There you go. Let's throw on some commercials so we can bring in our guest.
Big Rich Music. When the bitches at the house, please smoke some weed up. What you mean? We the stoners, please burn them trees up.
After that, they start the stripping. Then I'm tickling with my licking. Then I'm hitting, yes, I'm mixing. Now they tripping for some more.
All my niggas at the house, please smoke some weed up. What you mean? We the stoners, please burn them trees up.
We just kicking, talking business about that chicken. Nothing's given, it's just hitting. Now this living, about to roll me up some more. I'm a smoker, I'm a stoner. Lucky as a four-leaf clover. Done some things that no one know of. Now I'm ranging with my rovers. I think I'm a motherfucker, cause I fuck a lot of moms on the scene. What you mean? Magic beans, ta-da-da. I'm gonna fuck your bitch. After I'm done with this blunt, I'm gonna have me some fun. Yeah, having your bitch tap a run. I'm gonna have her do some things to think that I'm the one. While I'm sucking on that 90, popping in my thumb. Let me smoke my weed, let me blow these trees. Let me feel the breeze, let me get so high that I might as well freeze. But I'm smoking on this fire, so I'm melting constantly. Changing shapes, different moves, something no one else can see. Who you be? Who am I? I'm that motherfucking guy who love to fucking just get high. Smoking and kissing from thigh to thigh. I'm just trying to touch the sky, but these niggas trying to fold. And these bitches say I'm cold, cause I left these fuckers sewn.
When the bitches at the house, please smoke some weed up. What you mean? We the stoners, please burn them trees up.
After that, they start the stripping. Then I'm tickling with my licking. Then I'm hitting, yes, I'm mixing. Now they tripping for some more.
All my niggas at the house, please smoke some weed up. What you mean? We the stoners, please burn them trees up.
We just kicking, talking business about that chicken. Nothing's given, it's just hitting. Now this living, about to roll me up some more.
I got the will of the fire, the soul of a stoner. You fuse them together, you know that it's over. They talking about me, but that's not important. The bombs be planting, put dirt on my shoulder. Magician with the chronic, like I'm Harry Potter. Game like I'm playing, get me got of, cause that's my job.
Who will be the 2022 state champion? Delmonico Steaks versus New York Strips. York Strips with a side of lamb chop.
Right now, we about to have a cook-off. We ain't start cooking yet, and I'm gonna smash this dude.
Yo, saw that knockout last night, right? It's about to be the same shit up in here.
Just give me the trophy. Just give me the trophy.
Let's get it.
There's a trophy for me.
Let's get it.
It's mine.
What's up, guys? What you doing?
Busting through his ass right now.
Uh-oh.
Motherfucker is drunk and delusional. Chill. We have the lamb chops, and then we have the strip steak. Big shout out to my man Prince Abu. Steinway Street, #1 butcher. Conclusion will be, I'm taking home the trophy.
Oh, the trophy's over here.
Pretty dreamer. Pretty dreamer of the steak off. I underestimated his skills. I felt like he was a rookie, so I don't gotta go too hard. This is fucking easy. You know, it was like Mike Tyson, you know, getting beat by the fat Buster Douglas, right?
All I know how to cook is steak. Let's be clear. That's all I got.
All right, let's do it.
We're back. We're back. Hope you guys like the videos and, you know, the entertainment, because, you know, Rock brings the short. He brings the short clips, and we all love to watch people eat. So,
yeah, right.
You know, too bad he had to take an L. But next time, we're going to have a rematch. We're going to bring all the smoke. Smoke.
That's right.
That's it. So, come on. Let's talk about it, Gary.
Okay.
Because this is the takeover.
Wow. What else was happening in the news?
Well, I want to just mention, because I've been taking a beating. My cryptocurrency is like, oh my God, I think I lost every single cent that I put in. I lost every single cent I put in. Like, I bought a certain stock at like $2, maybe $2. It's like 58 cents now. And I'm like, my God, like, I'm just poor. I'm poor out here. Oh, and speaking of poor, so, you know, the inflation rate went up to what they call 8.6%.
Yes, yeah.
So, in my estimation, anything that the feds deem as a certain percentage is double based on the amount of income, because nobody's income is rising.
No.
So everybody's getting poor. So I was wondering, like, what are some ways? I mean, I'm thinking back to, because our generation is the generation before automation.
That's right. Yes.
So what are some ways to, like, save on gas and, you know, save money on food and groceries? Like, any cheat sheets you got for us?
Wow. I mean, since, you know, times are very challenging now. So I think there is.
You got to shout out Tasha. I'm sorry, she sent some stars. What's going on? I didn't wait. Can anybody see the stars? I can't see the stars. I don't have Facebook. So I can't see the stars. Gary. No, give him the buzzer. He's supposed to know. He's supposed to be able to be looking at this stuff. He's so into the takeover.
Yeah.
He's so into the takeover that he want to talk about what he want to talk about. Let's go, Gary. What you seeing over there in Facebook world?
So what do we got here? MC Sticky says thank you.
Yes.
Nathaniel gave us a star.
Oh, come on.
She gave us something else.
All right, let's go.
Mandy, Baba T's mother, she gave us two stars.
Yes.
So yeah.
You'll be a third opinion.
So yeah.
That's right.
So
Come
yeah.
on.
So yeah.
Clap it up for everybody who gave us the stars.
So this is what we're doing.
And also too, just to you know, I have to do it because we appreciate everyone who subscribed to our show, our little tiny show. You know, we high powered, but nobody knows it yet. So you got to share it and make sure everybody knows it. Not only that, like the page, subscribe to the page, tell everybody that we are here, we are lit, and we are outside. Let's talk about it.
I believe in September is going to be our 3-year anniversary.
I thought it was 4.
I think it's 4. Sorry, yeah. 4.
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4. Yeah.
So we're infants in the game, but we are making momentum. We're making strides. We're getting that news to the people. Yeah. We got all these shows. Let's name these shows, Gary.
Oh man, we got Hip Hop Boulevard. Yes. We got The Real Discussion. We got Q Media Nation. We got the Can't Be Silenced.
Maria Davis, shout out to Maria.
Shout out to Maria Davis, big shout out. We got One Night Show.
Yes.
And we have
Mi Gente, Mi People.
Mi Gente, Mi People. And then coming in the fall, we have a surprise.
So wait a minute, what happened to Boardwalk Global Media Sports?
Oh, well, that's Rocky. Yes, so Rocky.
Okay,
Rocky's
let's go.
Developing that.
Come on, let's do that.
He's developing his show for that. And coming in the fall, we have some other shows coming on.
I love it. We're growing. Our family is growing.
We're becoming a network.
So
right?
we got artists on our roster. We got artists as our family. Baba T is part of the Boardwalk Global Media. Chinks is part of the Boardwalk Global Media family, and much more to come. Ty Dre, you know, of course. You know?
And what people don't understand, we're actually a multimedia company because we actually have a 3-picture deal with Grindworks.
See, look
Amazon,
at this. Come on now.
Right?
Come on.
And there's 2 pictures left. The first one was
Rock's documentary.
Rock's documentary.
What's the name of the documentary? Give him the buzzer.
The Autobiography of a Hype Man. It was Autobiography of a Hype Man. So we have 2 more projects to do under that.
Okay.
We also have music that we're doing. We got the podcast. We have BGM Radio.
That's correct.
Which Rock plays a lot of music. And also we have DJ Lays Elliott, who is the manager, MOP.
Shout
out. He
out.
also plays music on there. So, yes, we are a boutique multimedia entertainment company. So Boardwalk Global Media.
Talk about it.
We're not playing. We
outside. We out here.
We out
here, son. We out here,
so
son.
Things is happening.
Okay.
All
right. So what you got coming up, Gary? We'll talk about the next topic. Let's go.
The next topic. What do we got? Oh my goodness.
Oh, you're not ready yet? Give me the buzzer.
Well, I think that we have our guest here. So
yes, we do.
I think Red Vegas is here, so we should be getting into.
So before we get into that, I just wanted to, just get into something. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So there's one story I want to talk about.
Okay.
This is about Tesla. I know we spoke about Elon Musk
yes.
and Twitter. There we go. So there's a former black Tesla worker. They were given 2 weeks to accept a $15 million appeal lawsuit agreement. So there was a class action lawsuit at Tesla.
Yeah.
So it says a former elevator worker at Tesla has 14 days to determine if he will collect $15 million for the damages caused by racial abuse while working at the company's Fremont, California factory. Okay, fair use. According to TechCrunch, Owen Diaz was originally set to
run a commercial and then.
Okay. Well, okay, Gary. Right. All right. We're doing programming, guys. A lot of shows going on. All right. So hold on. According to TechCrunch, Owen Diaz was originally set to receive $137 million after the company turned a blind eye to the racial harassment and discrimination that he endured at the electric vehicle plant. After Tesla challenged the verdict brought forth on behalf of the former employee, whose race is black, the payout was diminished to $15 million. Wow. He started at 137. And then they said, no, it's 15. I'm like, damn, that's not even 10%. Anyway, now the original $6.9 million that Diaz was set to receive for compensatory damages has been reduced to $1.5 million.
That's some BS.
Why was it lowered?
Yeah.
It was based on on Tuesday, June 7th, a San Francisco-based U.S. District Judge, Warren Orrick, ordered that there was no controlling question of law that would allow an immediate appeal of the award now. What?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah. Who wrote this article?
Who wrote that? Exactly.
You know what? Forget about this. Tesla's racist. And the judge racist. They trying to stop people's pockets.
All right, listen.
Now go to commercial.
What I just
said.
We
got a special guest coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
The real discussion can't be silenced. Perspective of yours, one night show. Mi gente, mi people, the conversation, and Q Nation.
Your systems are offline.
Oh shit, nigga, is you crazy? Get the power back on.
Oh shit, here we go again.
If you want to see the videos of these shows, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Groovy Track, GROOVEYTRAC. Hit the subscribe button. You're tuned into Boardwalk Global Media. Your show will begin in the next 2 seconds.
Whoa. I'm locked away. Yeah. I made decisions, not thinking about the outcome. I realized my mistake after the damage was done. here tripping over heartbreak. I don't know just how to ease the pain, 'cause nothing I can do, no, to stop the rain. I'm locked away, a prisoner in my own way. I'm locked away, I'm locked away. Emotions I need to set free. I'm locked away. I don't know just how to ease the pain, 'cause nothing I can do, no, to stop the rain. I'm locked away, a prisoner in my own way. I'm locked away, I'm locked away. Emotions I need to set free. I'm locked away. I gotta set myself free. All these emotions, I need to let it go. I need to let it go, yeah, yeah. Free.
Yeah, the one and only head tap. Check it out. My flows is supernatural. My flows is supernatural. My flows is supernatural. Magical bars straight out the satchel. My flows is supernatural. My flows is supernatural. My flows is supernatural. Magical bars straight out the satchel.
I'm from the cosmos, I'm from Andromeda. Got the words and lyrics that be bombing ya. I'm from another planet, hope you understand it. That's the way it is, until my style's branded. I'm on every commercial and every TV. Look on the screen, and who do you see? It's the life in the universe is what we do. This is music to my ears that we pursue. This is ambition, I'm from the Star Wars, I'm from the Star Trek, and I don't pause. I'm like E.T., going across the moon. You can't stop me.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So, we have a very special guest here in the house. We have Al Pizarro, who has a podcast on our network called Hip Hop Boulevard. It's a conversation, and he's brought a very special guest. His name is Red Vegas. Al has been talking about you. I got to tell you, Al been talking about you for the last 5 months, six months or so. So he talked you up. So I want to introduce Al Pizarro, and he's going to let us know more about Red Vegas, and we're going to have an interview with you and get to know you a bit better. So Al, let me turn the mic over.
Yo, we taking over now, okay? The West Coast is in the house now. We taking over. I don't care what Gary got to say. Yo, what we talking about? The West Coast is in the house right now. Las Vegas in the house. And we got my man right here, Red Vegas, and he's been all over New York, and he just started. And you know what? To start with NYPD. That's right. He was with NYPD for Father's Day event. He was in Queens. He was in Brooklyn. So he's already hit it. He just left Katona Park. That's right. For all you hip-hop pioneers who've been at Katona Park, we had this youngster up there hitting the stage. So I ain't got nothing to say, man. This is your show. You're going to interview him. Go ahead, because we take it over.
Red Vegas, tell us about you, who you are, where you're from, and how you got started into music. Let's start with that.
I actually got started into music by because my uncle and my uncles and aunties always been around music.
Okay.
So my dad actually had a studio in like it was like 2014 or something. So he had like a house studio. So he was bringing his uncles and I'm bringing my uncles and aunties in the studio like, oh, he was recording this, recording that. And then one day I was like, man, I want to do what they doing. And so I just went in the studio one day and it happened.
Wow, okay. And how old are you?
12 years old.
Oh, you're 12. Okay. Okay.
We're bringing the heat.
So, is this your first project that you've put out?
No.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
This is my first EP.
This is your first EP that you've done. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So previously you've put out singles?
Yes, like
How many singles have you done previously?
3.
Okay. That's good. What has the response been?
The response has been like, finally, I came out with an EP. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, finally.
So what has been up to this point, what has been your most memorable experience at becoming a recording artist now? Because now, I mean, the work really starts now.
Going to New York.
Okay.
Well, me out for the first time. That's really
Okay, good.
Hip Hop Boulevard.
All right.
I forgot to have my merch on today, but
I saw a video with you earlier that you had on a hoodie and stuff like that. So I saw that you was representing.
Yeah.
It's all good. So who were some of your musical influences? Was there some hip hop artists that you looked up to?
I looked up to mostly KRS-One.
Okay. This kid is smart. I like him. Okay.
It's usually KRS-One because there's no like new, like I don't like listening to Atlanta. I like listening to boom bap.
Wow. Okay. Dad, you did an excellent job.
Oh, that's my director. That's my director.
Don't get confused, guys.
Sorry. In a minute. Hey, it was the lights. So, how long are you here in New York City for, and what are some of the other things that you have planned?
Well, I'm here for 2 weeks, and I got a lot of shows planned. Hip Hop Boulevard.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically all. Yeah, my last show I think is like on Friday. I think.
Okay.
Friday's the last show.
Yeah, I think
he's
so.
gonna do. But he's either on the Maria Davis show coming up Monday. He's gonna do the Shrine on Wednesday.
Excellent.
He's got 3 more dates with NYPD.
Okay.
Which is Manhattan, the Bronx, and Staten Island.
Oh yeah, Staten Island. That's real.
He's gonna be in the IAS live music review show.
Okay,
also
good.
On the 15th.
Good, yeah.
So things are popping. But tomorrow we're on 116th Street, Quería Puerto Rico. There you go. It's gonna be lit.
Excellent. So, is there a video that you have done, and what's the name of your new song? Is there a lead single and video?
Yes, it's a lead single. It's actually called Hustle Hard. That's like it's off my album. We just gonna push as a single and see what it could do. And the video hasn't been released yet.
Okay.
But my recent video I just released is called Unstoppable.
Okay. Well, we need to get a copy of that so we can play.
Also on YouTube.
Oh, Chinks.
Yep.
So let the engineer do his magic while we continue talking.
But y'all need to really listen to Redemption.
Look at okay.
Because I was about.
Is it copywritten?
No. I own it.
That's what Rock asked.
Tell Rock it's all good in the game. Tell him it's all good in the game. Everything.
I bet we're gonna go into a quick commercial.
Okay.
You're gonna look for it on YouTube, and I'm gonna get.
Your systems are offline.
Oh shit, nigga! Is you crazy? Get the power back on! Oh shit, here we go again.
To receive notifications when we go live, subscribe to our Twitter page at @boardwalk_media.
Yeah, the one and only head tap. Check it out.
Don't just wanna say fuck it, 'cause we've come so far. But I'm losing the patience, as if loving you was hard. Too much miscommunication. Of course I don't wanna fight, don't bake it. Singing broken record, conflict, save it. Wondering why she be feeling complicated. All I want you to do is listen. Anytime I get tight, it's 'cause you're distant. When I say shit, don't tell me that I'm tripping. 'Cause I'm patient, but my patience should be thinning. So make a move, baby. 'Cause you know what to do, baby. Don't you know it's true, baby? I am drawn to you, I am drawn to you. It don't matter what we ever go through, I am completely drawn to you. And I know we both got shit to prove, but it's true, I'm drawn to you. Why you do this shit to me? Saying things that you know you don't really mean. We are together, you know we supposed to be a team. My love can't measure all the shit that we've been through now. You really got me fucked up, now you never hit my line. It don't matter what happened, no, I was always on your line. You know I always took the time just to make sure you're alright. Even when we fight, baby, you are mine. Going through for me, baby. I'll even do it too for you, baby. Make it worth all the work we put into this shit. We've invested.
Welcome back, everyone. So, in the house on The Real Discussion, we have Red Vegas. And you said you're 12?
Yes, sir.
12 years old. So, being that you're 12 now, so when did you decide you wanted to do this? Like you wanted to be a rap? Was it 2 years ago? Because it was 2 years would be like 10, or was it a year ago?
No, it was like in 2018 when I was 8.
Wow.
Cause I used to just be like just doing like corny raps and stuff.
Okay.
But at 8 years old, I'm like, man, I'm gonna just take it serious. I'll take it serious, and I'm in New York.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Good.
What we got in the chat room? Got anything in the chat room? Somebody want to ask him a question?
Anybody in the chat ask questions? Let's go. We got Tasha. She says BGM. We got everybody. Shout out to everybody. Let's get it.
Yeah.
He's from Las Vegas, people. Here in
right.
New York. Performing in a couple of places.
Y'all can ask me about the city, anything.
So, okay, people in the chat, if you have a question for Red Vegas, please ask. Please ask.
Where is he performing?
He's going to do the Shrine on Wednesday with Maria Davis.
Nice.
He's going to be in Manhattan with NYPD, the Bronx with NYPD, and Staten Island with NYPD. If you go to the NYPD website, you should see their information. They're doing a Father's Day tribute in all the 5 boroughs. And he already did 2 boroughs.
Excellent.
So he already did Queens and Brooklyn.
Excellent. So, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
Going on the world tour.
So, are you, well, I would imagine now that you're putting out your stuff independently, so is the idea to wind up getting signed to a major label?
No.
Or what do you want to do? What's the plan?
Stay independent because I could just own everything.
I'm highly impressed. I'm highly impressed.
Because with like a label, like they just going like just like, oh, here, do this, like they own you because you signed to them.
Well, I mean, for most artists, that's what's happening. But now in the age of the whole internet and online, there's so many opportunities for artists to become, to make a lucrative living being independent. I would say if to sign to a major, you would want to sign if it's going to benefit you, right? Al knows that back in the day, there were a lot of people, a lot of artists and their managers, they want to get signed to a label and they get signed, they get into these bad contracts and stuff like that, and these artists wind up getting stuck. But nowadays, there's so many opportunities for artists to be independent and more so understanding the business, right? Because first and foremost, this is a business.
Yes.
And for you to be 12 years old and understand that, I'm highly impressed because that's what I do. I mean, I've been in this about 30 years.
30 years?
Yeah, I got an interesting story, a long story. So I've been around the block, just like Al.
Oh man.
Only thing I look younger.
I've been around the block. So, but I like to hear, I do like to hear, especially when it comes to younger kids like yourself, understanding the business of music and wanting to own. I think it's very important, and to be able to hold on to that. Now, I will say though, if a label comes, just a one-off bit of advice. If a label at some point want to come and do something with you, you may want to do just a licensing deal for that project. All right, you don't sign anything over to them. Now, I mean, labels now, they have a lot of people there that don't know what they're doing, right?
That's true.
It's not like when Al, myself, Rock came up in the business, right? Now you have people that don't know what they're doing. So the best thing is to make sure you have a good team around you, make sure you have a great lawyer, entertainment lawyer, and to do the type of deal that you want to get done that's going to advance your career. Right? And understand something, the two biggest concert companies, Live Nation and AEG Live, what they've done, they've bought up a lot of venues and the smaller venues because now they want to take young acts and groom them from the small venues to the big venues. That's never happened before.
They're also gobbling up everything like a Pac-Man machine because they don't want the independent guys that do the concerts. Because I was just talking to a concert promoter that had a date already secured with a venue at a different location, and Live Nation came up and just swooped it up.
Well, that's
paid some more money. So they, I like what they're doing, but I understand that the agenda is hurting the independent guy.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I mean,
so Live Nation, pow.
So okay. Like I'm very impressed that you have your business taken care of, and I'm sure Dad is making sure everything is okay.
Yes.
Now, if Rock was here, what would he say right now? What
would Rock say?
This is what he would say. He would say, Red, is this your first time in New York?
Yes.
Yes? What's the most thing you liked about your visit? What was the best part of your visit?
All right. I'm going to just get straight to the point. Yo, big giant pieces. Pieces like this long. Like,
Yeah. Well,
Because they took me to like they pizzeria spot. I'm just like, man, the pizzas are giant.
Yeah, well, welcome to New York City.
So, how'd you freestyle? Off the dome?
I don't know. I just like think of words and I just put them together.
So you can wow. So your lyrical skill, because since you're a fan of KRS-One,
Yes.
so if someone would have asked you to freestyle on a spot, you'd be able to do it.
Yes, all I gotta do is just think something on the top of my head. Like, if I'm talking about the sun or something like that.
So if I would ask you, well, give us a little, give us a little taste of your freestyle.
Ready? Well, let me warm up right quick.
That's right. Heat it up. Heat it up.
All right.
It's getting kind of hot in here.
You don't got no AC, but it's gonna be alright. We're gonna get through this interview.
I'm gonna just speak about my city right quick, because big dreams come true in the city of sin. It's a fact who you know, and it's where you begin. One shot is a gamble, better aim to win. 24/7 days a week, man. It's a city that never ever sleeps. My city will take and break that week. But my style still on fleek. It's your boy R.E.D.
Okay.
There you go, off the dome.
So after your trip to New York City, is there anything else coming up after?
I'm doing a back to school tour.
Yes.
Yes, I'm doing a back to school tour in July. Is it like the whole West Coast? Yeah, 4 cities. I'm doing the whole.
Okay.
So Red, let me ask you a question. You're from Vegas, right? You're in New York.
Yes.
What type of example are you trying to lead for your young people? How old are you again?
12.
12 years old. What type of example are you trying to lead?
Be original. Don't like be like everybody else, because everybody else do like the drill and like, oh man, I'm talking about killing. Like I don't want my generation to be thinking like that.
That's good.
Like no one wants to like listen. Like parents be like letting their kids listen to this.
Yeah.
Like I need to block them like things off YouTube. Wow. Like what is they doing? But you can't knock their hustle though. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Good. I did see. I think it was 2 months ago. You were on the cover of a magazine.
Yes.
I saw that. So that was excellent. That was excellent. What was that? What was that experience like being on the? Was that your first magazine cover?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Can we get some claps? All right. So, what was some of the other magazines that you've been in, and how was what was the interviews like?
No, I was in a magazine with it's a artist named Her. Like she just won a Grammy.
Yeah.
So I was in a magazine with Her, Snoop Dogg, and others.
Okay.
It was crazy because I'm flipping to the page, like it's a long time to flip to the page, and so I read everything. I'm like, hold on, they missing something.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, wow. I think where we at? I think we're
at the 8:50 mark.
Yes, we're at the 8:50 mark. So I guess it's time for us to wind down. But
So let me. Do you know what studio this is? You know who Rock is?
Oh, Rock?
Yeah. You know what song he sang? Tell him, guys.
So
I'll think about it.
The person who owns this studio, his name is Rock Logic, but his MC name is MC Sticky.
I heard of the name before.
One of his big records, it's called Shape What Your Mama Gave You. It's been licensed to, oh my God, so many movies and TV shows. He's also he's also very close with MOP. Like he's done a lot of the engineering work for them. He's their sound man, and anybody that's in hip hop, they know MOP.
You're gonna meet him Sunday.
So you meet him Sunday. 2 years ago, his last record, "Say What," went double platinum.
Double platinum.
Yeah, actually,
that's a dream right there.
2.5 million, and it was a single.
Ooh.
2.5 million. So, he's one of the few independent artists that actually did it, right? A lot of independent artists, they talk it, but he actually did it. Put up a platinum record, a double platinum record, 2.5 million. So, and we're working on another one.
Right.
Let me be on it.
So we're working on another one.
Ask a question.
Go ahead. Robin, go ahead.
What is your top 5?
Top 5?
Best artist, best rapper.
Oh, all right. I'm not gonna disrespect nobody, but I just actually said this while we was driving to Berkeley. I actually said my top 5 is Jay-Z, Nas.
Okay.
Like I got a whole East Coast and West Coast.
Talk about it.
So, Tupac.
I like this kid. I like him.
KRS. And my number 1 spot. Can we do a drum roll right quick? It's hard to choose because it's between Biggie or Prodigy. It's between them, but I know
Wow.
be like, man, choose Biggie.
So he's done his homework. He's done his
Knows his music, right?
He knows his music.
So now my second follow-up question is, because these are not new artists, right?
Yes.
Who influenced you the most to these old school rappers?
He's in this room right now. I'm looking dead at him. My father.
Dad?
My father and my mother. Like my mother got me into R&B and soul, and my dad got me into hip hop.
Right.
He's like, oh, you got, cause I remember I was doing soul battle shows. He's like, watch KRS-One, watch KRS-One, watch it.
Dad is right.
And I start watching him. I start doing better shows. Like,
Well, KRS-One is an actual performer, right? He knows how to hold a crowd. He is also a lyricist, one of the very few artists that really embodies the craft. I also like that you said Prodigy. So you did your homework. You really did. Dad, excellent job, Dad. Excellent job.
I was listening to Mobb Deep's whole album.
Okay.
I forgot the what was the album? It had Shook Ones on it.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Shook Ones Part 1.
Yeah, I was listening to that whole album. I was like, man, Prodigy. Yeah, he in my top 5. But it's just hard to choose Biggie or Prodigy.
Okay, that's interesting. Interesting. I'm highly impressed. Can we get some claps?
Hold on, can I say my West Coast?
Go right ahead.
We want to hear it.
All right. Number 5 is actually Cube.
Okay.
Number 4 actually gotta be Snoop Dogg. E40.
Okay.
And then my number 2 spot, it gotta go to Daz.
That's
And
different.
then, and then my number 1 spot gotta be me.
That's right.
Okay.
Any Southern rappers that you
Southern? Oh yeah. Young Bloods. Wait, what's his name? God, I forgot. Wait, Scarface from the South? I thought
Scarface from South.
I thought he was from New York.
No, Texas.
He from Texas. Scarface. What's his name? It's a member out of Young Bloods that like his name is Shot Paul.
Okay.
I gotta go with man, this is hard to choose. But I gotta go with dang man. Yep, Juvenile. Lil Wayne. I'll try to name that and Kevin Gates.
Okay. Good.
So what made you fall in love with hip hop?
Ooh, that's a good question. But what made me fall in love with hip hop is the craft and actually being somebody. Cause when I was like young, I just always wanted attention. But now I'm older, I don't want no attention no more. but like you know how you ain't get no attention then, and now when you get attention, you don't like it no more.
Right.
Well, I will tell you now that you've come into the music business, you've become an artist, and it comes with the territory.
Oh yes.
It comes with the territory. When you start to, as you start to grow in your base, as you start to develop hit records, as you start to do concerts, large tours, you're gonna get a lot of attention. Like I've been there. Like I've been more in the management and concert, and so I've seen it all. So definitely, and I'm sure your dad understands this, and Al knows this too. You want to have good people around you, right? Because as you start to grow, you're going to have a lot of people that's going to want to come and try to latch on and try to want to be around you because of now, you're getting bigger and stuff like that. But you want to keep whoever's down with you now, that's the circle that you want to have.
Yeah.
That's the circle that you want to have. Listen.
Him right there.
Like I've seen, two people that I knew very well, Mike Tyson and Tupac, and I've seen what happened with them with their inner circle, right? They've had the wrong people around them and it took them down. Right? So you want to have the people that surround you now that's supporting you, you want to keep them close to you. Because as you go up, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to want to come in.
Yep.
A lot of people that's going to want to come in for the ride.
One thing I always say is the vultures all around. They creepy by the town. Ruin hip hop. We about to turn it all around.
All right.
And that's actually an unreleased song too.
Okay. So, we're 2 minutes. 2 minutes, so we're about to wrap up. So, Red Vegas, it was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
When you come back in New York City, you're welcome to come on our show. This is home.
I think he's gonna be here Sunday.
Hold on a second.
The conversation.
Let me finish. Right? Right. So when you come back in New York City, you definitely have a home at The Real Discussion. Let us know what you're doing, what's going on. We could definitely have you involved with some of our Boardwalk Global Media stuff. Now Sunday, Al's show, The Conversation. With Hip Hop Boulevard, you'll be back on Sunday
with Ty Dre and me,
with Ty Dre and me, Rock.
So
it's gonna.
Davis show on Wednesday.
So it's gonna,
and then Maria Davis on Monday.
It's
And I gotta wear the Hip Hop Boulevard.
Oh yeah, you gotta come in
or the hoodie.
You gotta come and represent Monday, Sunday. We'll send me the video. Or send me the video and I'll make sure Rock has it so we could play it Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday. Get all that stuff.
Right.
But tomorrow, 116th Street, people, don't forget.
What time?
We're at booth 129. We're there too early, Gary.
I forgot. See, Rock. Al does these text messages like 6 in the morning.
Dang,
right? I'm telling you.
That's how successful people work.
6 in the morning?
Yeah. Every morning.
That's how successful people live.
But it's all good. It's all good.
It's 129 the booth.
Okay.
We're on 113th Street off 3rd Avenue. You're going to meet Red Vegas there. Okay. They got the photo booth and everything. It's going to be slamming.
Excellent.
You can take a free picture with Red Vegas and all that.
Come on down.
Get a free poster and an autograph. And I'm actually selling my DigiCards too.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that. Take care of that business. All right. Look at that. All right, so we're gonna wrap up. So thank you, Red Vegas, Al Pizarro, Robin, Rocky D, Rock, MC Sticky, Chinks. We out, and we will see everyone Sunday, 2 p.m. Hip Hop Boulevard. The Conversation is gonna be on.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
Boardwalk Global Media Radio.
Still.
You're tuned into Boardwalk Global Media. Your show will begin in the next.
I'm just like that. That's what they say.